2025 Italian Grand Prix should have been a celebration of speed and passion at the Temple of Speed. Instead, it left Formula One fans frustrated, many labeling it one of the dullest races of the season despite being the fastest race in the history of the sport. At Monza, where the roar of the Tifosi and the sheer velocity of the cars usually guarantee excitement, the race quickly fell flat, even with record-breaking times and a dominant Max Verstappen victory for Red Bull. The action on track never lived up to expectations. And now, growing voices suggest Formula One must introduce a Monza-specific rule in 2026 to save the spectacle. A promising start turns processional. The start of the Italian Grand Prix gave fans reason to believe they were in for a thriller. Max Verstappen, under heavy pressure from McLaren's Lando Norris, cut the second part of the first chicane and was immediately ordered to give the place back. By lap 4, however, Verstappen had regained the lead, and from there, the Dutchman disappeared into the distance. Charles Leclerc briefly lit up the home crowd, overtaking championship leader Oscar Piastri on lap 1. For a moment, Ferrari fans dreamed of a podium at Monza, but Piastri soon recovered the position, and the race settled into a rhythm that looked more like a Sunday procession than a Grand Prix. There were isolated flashes of drama. Yuki Tsunoda tangled with Liam Lawson. Oliver Bearman picked up 2 penalty points after colliding with Carlos Sainz, and McLaren created late race tension when pit stop errors forced Piastri to let Norris through for second. But beyond those incidents, excitement was scarce. Fans called the race boring. On social media, the criticism was swift and relentless. One fan summed it up bluntly: "I adore Monza, but this is one of the dullest F1 races I've ever watched, apart from laps 1-5-ish. The tires are too durable. Pirelli should have brought the steps softer. One-stop races are often terrible with no strategic variety." Another added, "Tradition and history aside, Monza is one of the most boring tracks." The sentiment echoed across platforms. Monza had joined Monaco on the list of circuits producing the least exciting racing. Some even joked that Sky Sports pre-race coverage lasted longer than the drama on track. The case for a mandatory 2-stop rule. So what can be done? Many fans and analysts are pointing to Monaco for inspiration. At Formula One's most famous street circuit, drivers must make 2 mandatory pit stops to add a layer of strategy to a race that would otherwise be processional. With pit stops at Monza costing around 25 seconds each, the slowest average on the calendar,